Just because I feel like, I will review 2018. 2018 was a decent year overall. January was decent because I had been playing with my Kittycom Max toy that I got for Christmas, which is basically the second generation of DigiGo, except the interface was based off Android instead of InnoTab OS as used on the DigiGo. I thought switching to Android was a smart move because the Kittycom Max was a lot faster than my DigiGo. Also, school was pretty good considering it was middle school. There was even a new boy called Ajay who I quickly became close with. February was a tough month for me. My Kittycom Max had an update that removed my data, and I was so upset as to smash it, but I decided against it because I know my parents wouldn't replace it. Otherwise, my school was going pretty well. March was shit. I fell out with the chaperone on the bus, and threatened to rape her, so my parents grounded me for a week and I had to go to school in my mom's car. Also, my laptop broke down and I couldn't watch YouTube, and I couldn't be bothered to use my set-top box for that matter because it was very slow. April was the best month of that year. I had finally got my own private minibus, and I developed a crush on Amy, who was one of my classmates. This was my first time having a crush at school, but I wouldn't stop talking to her at all. May was amazing. I was literally Amy's shadow, for then, this was one of the only years when I enjoyed the hot weather, and my birthday was amazing too. I had gotten a piano for my birthday, and a pair of headphones to go with that. I did have a piano at first, but I ended up giving it to my sister who was 6 at the time, because it was a piano for young kids. Also, a lot of family members came to visit as well. June was mixed. Good because I enjoyed using my piano and playing in the garden, especially on the trampoline and the swings, but also shit because the teachers were fed up of me being Amy's shadow, so the teachers would stop me from seeing her for about 2 weeks before everything went back to normality. Also, I was crazy obsessed with the amazing world of Gumball. July was decent. The school year ended off on a high note, and I was dreading the school year ending, but I quickly overcome that fear just by doing my own thing, which was binge watching Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Gumball, and the Wacky Races reboot, or playing Minecraft and Lego on my Xbox 360. August was a good month. A few of my cousins came round for sleepovers, and I showed them my Minecraft worlds on my Xbox 360, but it turns out they wanted to add a ton of more stuff to my world. Yeah, probably a taster as to what's to come in 2020, Xbox One S, Xbox Live, parties, WhatsApp calls, multiplayer, you name it. I really enjoyed going to John's house that month as well, just making Looney Tunes animations in PowerPoint and playing Looney Tunes on the piano. I'm pretty sure taking me to public places was a bad idea while I was high on hormones and all, because when John took me to the cricket club, I would go up to young girls, about 7 to 12 years, bear in mind I was 12 at the time and was high on hormones, and make friends with said girl just so I could make them wiggle their nose, which is a fetish I used to have. It was similar to what little Emma Watson is doing on screen right now. Other than being high on hormones, this month was pretty good. September was crap. The school's guidelines had changed, a lot. Instead of wearing a jumper and polo shirt, now, middle schoolers and high schoolers now had to wear a stupid formal shirt, a stupid tie, and a stupid blazer. I hated it so much because it was very restrictive. Also, I was upset to not be in the same class as Amy. The only people I had from my old class were William, Ajay, and Brandon. But that's okay, because my primary school friends Jack and James were in the class, and I quickly made friends with Jacob as well, so everything's not all that bad. Until the time when my parents grounded me from my electronics for 2 months. The only thing I had was my Xbox 360 and my set-top box. Also, I had an unhealthy obsession with Teen Titans Go. I can barely even remember October. As far as I remember, it was all the same crap. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that middle schoolers no longer get golden time on Fridays? This is definitely the downfall of the school I was at. I can't even remember whether I went trick or treating either or whether I had to stay in because I was grounded. Oh yeah, whenever my mum caught me watching YouTube on my set-top box, she would pull out and confiscate the license card so I couldn't use my set-top box at all until she ungrounded me from it. What the fuck am I supposed to say about November? All I remember was I got ungrounded from my electronics and I was happy again. Other than that, it's all the same shit. School being boring, my mum pulling out the license card from my set-top box whenever she saw me watching YouTube, and that's about it. Now December was a good month though. Christmas that year was fucking great. I had got an Apple iPad and a PS3 for Christmas. I was really happy about it as well because the only PlayStation I had before then was a PS Vita. At least I have an Xbox and a PlayStation simultaneously now. Heck, that PS3 still works even today. Overall, 2018 was pretty decent, even though it went shit near the end. 2019 sucks. End of review.